Hey everybody, it's Greg. It's another edition of Unbreakable podcast. It is Friday, TGIL, and of course, another edition of the show. There he is, our patron saint of the podcast, the Bud Stevenson. And I gotta share you something. Since the last broadcast, Bud has returned from it. This is Bud. Here he is. Here's our there he is. There's the Bud. Yeah, there he is. On my desk, forevermore. That him again. Where the ones. And there's his Oriole. Look on that. Anyway, back again. I'll do today's show. You know, I don't think the other show anymore. Maybe I will. Who knows? But right now we're just doing it as is. And a lot of things to talk about. We have some political humor, we've talked about some baseball with Phillies, and I got a couple some TV show for you today. Yes, not to do. First thing we need to do. Now, yesterday was Animal Crackers Day. And I remember eating crackers when I was a kid. Used to do my favorite cookies and favorite things. And here's a few things that Animal Crackers Day. Some facts about animal crackers, some trivia that you may or may not know. There are 13 crackers in a box of animal crackers. Animal crackers were imported into the U.S. from England in 1871. Whoa! Box of animal crackers in 1902 cost 5 cents. Everything was grown in the ocean. This released the animal from the cage on the train and let them roam free on the box. And the string on the animal cracker box was intended to be used as a Christmas tree decoration. I remember this string. We used to carry the string, hold the string, carry the box of animal crackers, and I've always wondered what the string was for. I've never seen anybody use it as a tree or getting out of the tree. But who knows? Over the years, 54 different types of animals have been used in animal crackers. 54. Of all the animals used in animal crackers, the monkey is the only one to wear clothes. You know what? I remember when I used to eat, I haven't had animal crackers in a time. When I used to eat animal crackers as a kid, you always used to bite the head off first. Did you ever do that? You used to bite the head off of the monkey or the giraffe or whatever. Just bite the head off, and that was it. The most recent animal to be added to the cracker box is the koala. The koala bear. Yeah, I was thinking, Trump was up there in New York. He's got his travel. And it's so funny because one day he was sweating it out, and they say it was so hot in that courtroom, his face was melting. The orange was just dripping off his face. And then yesterday he was freezing. And of course he was bitching and complaining. It was so cold in here. And that's all he's doing is bitching and complaining, whining like a baby. So I thought, he's saying, this is so fair. I should be in Pennsylvania right now, campaigning instead of stuck in this damn courtroom, blah, 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 blah. So that got me to thinking, since yesterday was Animal Crackers Day. And of course, when I think of animal crackers, not only do I think of the cookie, but I think of a song. Remember the song? Shirley Temple. Remember Shirley Temple? I used to watch her as a kid. My mom used to love Shirley Temple, and we used to watch her movies together when I was a kid. Well, I could do a pretty good impersonation of Shirley Temple. And not too many people know this, by the way. This is just between you and me, and don't tell anybody. But and do a damn good show in Temple. And I'm going to mix Shirley Temple with Donald Trump. You ready to hear this? All right. And I'm going to be my motion tigers with the loop off of you. I have fun following animals one by one. What if we substituted the word liberal for am? Liberal cracking in the tigers with the loop. I get hold of howling brag of them with the bone. This is Trump. He's got his lip out there and he's all pouting and pouting and pouting. Anyway, uh, so, you know what? I wanted to talk a little sports before we do the classic TV show. I don't know why I put my glasses on. I'm not reading anything. What the hell's going on with me? Well, how about those Phillies? Okay, Phillies. Well, they swept the Colorado Rockies, which is to be expected. Now people are saying, oh, they didn't beat them by enough. Just win, baby. Just now, if you didn't win, yeah, let's say you lost 2 out of 3 to stinky Colorado, people would be complaining. So they won. Now they're playing the White Sox, who are probably the worst team in baseball this weekend. And there's no way the Phillies should even lose one game to this putrid team, the White Sox. And then they go on the road, Cincinnati, San Diego, play the Angels. Let's see what happens. You know, Phillies are in a pretty good spot right now. Now we could say they're not hitting like they should. The pitching's been great, but Phillies are in a good spot. And don't forget, Atlanta has a lot of injuries. Spencer Strider's out for the year. Ozzy Albies is injured and won't be playing for another month or so. Got a broken wrist. And no, broken toe. What the hell am I talking? Broken toe. Well, you know, me, who's had like 200 fractures in my life, what's another broken? Right? Whatever. At least something's broken on him. It's a great chance for the Phillies to win the division this year. That's all I'm saying. Phillies step up and take this division, okay? And you have a chance to win 3 more games this weekend before you hit the road. So do it, Phillies, do it. Next week, Eagles in the draft. What are they going to do? One thing I know they're going to do, Howie Roseman always trades up, never stays where he's at, always trades up. I think he's going to do the same thing. He's going to take a lineman and he's going to take a cornerback, which we need both. Sixers in the playoffs. What a game the other night. Beat the Heat to get into the playoffs. Tough game those two, that. Jim Butler, Joel Embiid looked like he was just, I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. I'm tired. Oh, God. What a rough game. Got to play those Knickerbockers. And then, did you hear this? This one punk announcer up in New York calling Philadelphia, the fans are dopes and all this stuff. Excuse me. Talk about your own fans up there in the Big Apple. I'll talk about our fans down here. The Sixers, I hope they beat them. I really do. You know my pick. My pick for the first round of the playoffs, the Indiana Pacers are going to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. 3 reasons. 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo, whatever his name was, is out for the first part of the series. That can't help the Bucks. And 2, Doc Rivers is coaching the Bucks. We know how he sucks. And number 3, the Pacers beat the Bucks 4 out of 5 games this year. Pacers has had a good number. So I would be surprised. Indiana wins that series. That's my pick of the first one. Now, let's talk about the classic TV show of the week. And again, I'm going to sing. Of course, this has no words. So I'm going to do the melody. You'll know what it is as soon as I start singing it, unless I screw it. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Do you know what it is? I Dream of Jeannie. Yes, it's I Dream of Jeannie. That's our classic TV show of the week. Now, here's the reason why I picked I Dream of Jeannie. I just saw an interview with Barbara Eden, who played Jeannie. It was done only about a week or two ago. And she was gorgeous. This Barbara Eden is 92 years old. 92. And I tell you what, she is still a good looking lady. Still has that cute smile that she always had. She still has that twinkle in her eye. You know what? I'd go out with her. 92, what the hell? I always liked Barbara. I just thought she was a nice person, just cute, sweet. And from what I've seen of her, not only on the show, but also, she seems like a nice lady. So I'm just saying. Anyway, she did this interview. She was talking about, of course, she's done a lot other than I Dream of Jeannie, but I Dream of Jeannie really is the show that made her a household name, and it still reigns supreme on like a cult status on reruns and stuff. Well, I Dream of Jeannie ran for 5 years, from 65 to 70. And really, the guy who produced it and created it, his name was Sidney Sheldon. He did it, NBC, he was on NBC. Every Saturday night at 8 o'clock. And here's the thing. They wanted Sidney Sheldon to create a show to rival Bewitched. You remember Bewitched? With the beautiful, beautiful Elizabeth Montgomery. And so Sheldon had this, he always had this fascination with the Arabian Nights and the flying carpets and all that, Aladdin. So he said, wouldn't it be cool if we created a show about a genie in a bottle? That's what he did. And to rival Bewitched. Well, what happened when they were casting the show, one rule that Sheldon had was he did not want a blonde genie. And the reason is because he thought it would be too similar to Elizabeth Montgomery, Bewitched. But Sheldon could not come up with the right genie. He looked high and good. Finally decided, okay, I'm going to make an exception because he came across an audition to Barbara Eden, and he really liked her. So all of a sudden, the blonde thing flew out the window. And it's a good thing he did. Yeah, here's the premise. If you remember, the pilot show was Larry Hagman was the astronaut. And, back in the old days, instead of landing like the space shuttle does now, we're used to, when the astronauts come back from space, they land like an airplane. Back in the day, the space capsule landed in the ocean with parachutes and everything. And then a Navy ship would pick it up. Well, what happened in the show was that somehow the Stardust 1, that was the name of the capsule, Stardust 1, that Larry Hagman was in. And he splashed down in the Pacific Ocean, but he was off target. And the capsule floated to a deserted island. Well, on this deserted island, Hagman washes up on shore, and he finds this bottle that is rolling around by itself. He said, what the hell? So he uncorks the bottle, and out comes this beautiful genie. And she only speaks Persian. That was it. So Hagman's for saying he didn't know she was Jeannie, you know. So he's like, geez, I wish you could speak English. And all of a sudden, Jeannie starts speaking English. Well, then, you know, he figures it out. Hey, I'm not on LSD or anything here. You know, I'm not tripping. This is real. This Jeannie will do whatever I want. So as soon as Jeannie, who's a 2,000-year-old Jeannie, by the way, she ended up on the island because she was exiled to the island for some reason. I don't know. Went into the backstory of the episode. She was on the island and couldn't get out of the bottle. So the premise was whoever had porked her first got to be the master, and the Jeannie, or lady, would do anything. So she fell in love with Larry Hagman, sight unseen, just love at first sight. So Hagman says, all right, I had anything to wish for. Jeannie, I want a helicopter to come and rescue. So Jeannie blinks and surrenders. And it happens. The helicopter comes down. So Hagman says, as the helicopter is descending, he says, you are free. You are free. I don't need a Jeannie in my life. You are free to go wander. Thank you very much. God bless you. See you then. But Barbara Eden falls in love with her. And she said, no, not so fast. Barbara Eden goes back in the bottle, looks the bottle, and unbeknownst to Larry Hagman, as he's gathering up the stuff to get into this helicopter to be rescued, the bottle rolls itself on the beach. I know it sounds kind of crazy. Doesn't it sound goofy? But it rolls itself into Larry Hagman's duffel bag. He doesn't know it. He takes the bottle with Jeannie back to Symbols. That's how it happened. A couple of things about the series. So it ran for 5 years. The ratings weren't that great. It was okay. Actually, the 4th season of I Dream of Jeannie was the highest rated season. And that was the season where Jeannie and the Colonel, I keep wanting to call him Colonel Sanders, but he's not Colonel Sanders. He's not the chicken guy. They get married. So that was good. It wasn't a big ratings. But it was a cute show. You know, people liked it. Oh, I got to tell you, there were 12 bottles used during the filming of I Dream of Jeannie. And the original bottle was an old Jim Beam liquor bottle. I kid you not. It was a Jim Beam, and they, just because it looked good, they painted it up and they made it look like a Arabian bottle or something. But most of the bottles used during the series were liquor bottles, either bought at the store or given to the producer and said, hey, this is a pretty cool looking bottle. Let's use this one, right? The Barbara Eden's bottle, and she mentioned this during her interview a couple weeks ago, she donated it to the Smithsonian Institute. So if you go to the Smithsonian, you could see the I Dream of Jeannie bottle. And most of the cast, Larry Hagman, Bill Daly, who played Larry Hagman's astronaut buddy on the show, he got an original bottle at the end of the series. Like Larry Hagman had an original bottle. And so there they are. What else with the series? Oh, you know, a cool thing that they had all through the series was 139 episodes. 130 of them were in color. First season, black and white. Now, here's the reason why. 1965, NBC was turning all of their shows over to color. Most the technology was good, and a lot of Americans were switching over to color TV sets. However, I Dream of Jeannie was only one of 2 programs on NBC that did not switch to color in the first year. Why? because of the animation, when Jeannie comes out of the bottle and when she disappears and all the smoke, the pink smoke, it would have cost too much for NBC to do that. Even though Sidney Sheldon said $400 an episode, well, $400 was a lot of money back then. He said, I'll pay it out of my own pocket. Let's film it in color. NBC said, nope, don't waste your money. We're going to do black. By 1966, technology had advanced so much that they were able to film the series in color, and they were able to do the smoke and everything like that. No big deal. No big deal. So during the run of the show, this sounds like a fun thing. They did 3 different contests. And one was Guess Jeannie's birthday. And so actually you could after every episode in that season, I think it was season 1, you could send in your postcards. Remember that when you had to get postcards and send them in, and write the date when you thought Jeannie was born. And whoever hits the date, they get I'm sure a lot of people hit the same date, and they'll pick a postcard out and you win a prize, whatever, right? Well, it turned out that Jeannie's birthday was April the 1st, April Fool's Day. And then they had another contest where Jeannie in one of the episodes gets locked in the safe. The little miniature Jeannie one. And for some reason, she gets locked in the safe. Well, the audience had to guess the 3-digit combination of the safe to get Jeannie out. And if you guess the 3-digit combination, you will another one. Well, I will tell you the combination was 497. That was the one. The final test was involved Larry Hadley. Larry Hadley was a fly-by-foot lot, by saying 4 agent, the secret thing, everything. That we got the real action. When it goes to the government, and so he had to figure out, and it's up to the area to figure out where from the world was Larry Hadley. Where did they happen? There was no Larry Hadley. But where the world is part of San Diego. Anyway, so you had to guess the location of the world. If you hit the location of the world, I think they actually knew the plot was they took me in the love book. Well, anyway, we left the actual thing. So if you have a time machine, you go back in time, the 1967, and you want to read the TV, you can start in Phillies contacts, you can have all of them to remember. That's me. All right, so that's a good classic TV show. I do Judy after 5 seasons stop. And but it was a fun show. I used to watch it. I was never like that faithful and Jeannie that I watched it. Not like Natl scarily. I was watching. But I loved it. It was a cool show. And of course it was in color. And that made everything stand. Judy's on. Now here's the thing. When I watched that Judy, I didn't know. I had yet to. And no worbage did not kick me. So she was distinctively kept glad Jeannie, the pink and man outfit and everything. They're going to do it. I don't know, she's cute. She's 92 years old. What is she good? Back in the day, I was really not thinking now, more interesting. It's things like that, you know. But what can I say? All right, so that's our classic TV show of the week. I dream Jeannie. I believe it. All right, well, I almost had time to have to talk about it. Now, we talked about sports. Those Sixers this weekend, I hope you those Knicks to shut up those big guys at the moment. Eagles by next Thursday, first round, I'll probably have another episode of this podcast. So we'll talk about the draft sometime next weekend. And go Phillies, beat those White Sox this weekend. You should. If you lose 203 to White Sox, pathetic. Can't wait to get that down to the park. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. And I have a day game against the Toronto Blue Jays. First time back down to the stadium. Can't wait. Ooh, that's going to be good. Yes. So, let's keep watching this Donald Trump trial. And I'll leave you up. I'll go and I'll do a little bit more show on Temple. I know you enjoyed it. So I'm going to do it. I can hold up the big bed with my little thing. The reason inside me is more. I look around up there, but I can't feel it. It's literal. Donald Trump as Sheriff Temple for those of us. Anyway, I'm kind of like this whole thing to be over. I'm just kind of sick of the whole thing. I'm just like, enough of this thing. Let's just go back to work. Okay? I don't just want to get back to the whole thing. That's all. I don't say too much. Just see them. Well, we'll see what happens. All right, so between me and Oriole and our friend Bird, we're going to say everybody take care, peace and love. Until next time, until the next time we meet on the Unbreakable podcast. I hope everybody takes care of themselves and has a good weekend, yeah? And I'll see you all really soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.